Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back. So we are doing some Temtem today. The new patch did come out. Yeah, I forgot to ping people ahead of time. So I must now do that. Anyways, we're going to be going through a little... We're going to go through the patch notes real briefly. It's not a whole lot. Okay, let's do it now. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Temtem did pretty much have their sunset update, which means they're not adding any more big content. That was 1.8. So let's see, they really, as you can see, they really haven't added much of anything here, which is not surprising. They added a really nice feature here that a lot of people have asked for a long time, so PvE players rejoice. Doesn't really affect PvP players. And then this is also pretty nice as well. So okay. Anyways, so just some random changes here. Saku got Bark Shield back. It had it a while ago, I think, and then it lost it because it was too strong, because having a defensive buff as well as Lifeful Sap is pretty strong. But I really don't think it's that good. I think the times have kind of changed. But maybe we'll see a resurgence in Saku's stall, who knows. It's not the direction I wanted them to give Saku. They're when they took away Boomerang, I feel like they pretty much killed its offensive set, and this just puts another nail in the coffin. So Valash, they removed Undermine, gave it Double Edge as kind of compensation. I think that's totally fine. I really wish there was something in between the two. Like, if there was a 60 or 70 base power or special attack normal move, I think that would be the best. That is like normal prio. I guess, like Awful Song. Basically Awful Song. I think that would have been my choice to give Valash instead of Double Edge, but it is what it is. Valash was a bit overtuned the last patch, so I think it's fine. Narco Hit was finally added to Zyzare. Thank goodness. So, this is going to be one of the things I'm going to try out today. It's pretty cool. I think Narco Hit doesn't really have a lot of great users, and Zyzare can kind of take advantage of it because it can now hit melees with 2x damage, and with Rested it'll do loads of damage. So that's pretty cool. Goulder, this is pretty whatever. I mean, Stall Goulders will appreciate it. Broccolem, this is probably one of the other biggest changes, is they removed Marathonist and they added Strong Liver. Which is kind of interesting. Brock Orc has had immunity for a long time now. So it makes sense that Broccolem would have Strong Liver, but the thing is, and the reason why I'm not super excited is this right here. While not being immune to toxic ticks. So you will actually heal off of, 2x damage, which is pretty cool, and get rid of one of your weaknesses. But if you can't really swap into a Toxic Ink very well, because you're still going to lose a quarter of your health from the poison ticks. So the only thing it's really going to be valuable against is Garunder. It does give you a winning matchup into Garunder. It'll help against wastewater users that aren't Hazrat, so basically Mashuk. And it'll also help against special toxic types, of which there are pretty few. Which is basically just Nox, who's going to out-buff you with Madness buff anyways, and probably kill you with Narco Hit regardless. And then there's like Tortonite you already win against because it's weak to melee. Platamus gives you a winning matchup into Platamus, so I don't know. I don't think it's very good at all. I think in a 1v1 situation, Nidrasil and Calibus might actually beat Broccolem, just because they can still do toxic ticks. At least Nidrasil for sure. Maybe not Calibus, because after you apply the first set of ticks, the second ones would end up healing. So you would have to use a Toxic Ink first, and then spam H-Slap or Strangle or something. I don't know. They gave Monko Unnoticed instead of Meditation. Meditation was really kind of an opposite playstyle for it, so it makes sense that they removed it. And unnoticed, I think, is actually a pretty good thing for it, because one of the things Monko really struggles with is speed. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. Like, meditation, yeah, near no play. I'm glad that they acknowledge that. Like, it has to be one of the least played traits next to, like, viral combustion and probably, like, old ruminants. And maybe bully on Scunch as well. Like, those are some of, like, the least played traits in the game, and meditation was definitely among them. It kind of sad. It's sad because meditation now no longer exists in the game. We'll see. Maybe they'll give it to, like, Shellant or something in place of Bruiser. They buffed Anatan offensively and added Cage to it. I think that's really cool. I love Anatan. I love Bruiser Anatan. So that is definitely a plus. Vulgan got nerfed. It lost Inner Spirit. So now it can no longer hit crystals. It still has Sharp Rain, so it can hit Earths. So I think this is a completely fair nerf. It kind of was stepping on Golzy's toes a bit much when it had both, in my opinion. I don't think Sparks is going to do much of anything for it, though. Like, nowadays, Vulgan doesn't have the sustain, the bulk, naturally, to be a support. It's just too squishy. Chirrup now gives +1 special attack. I've been trying to think of which kind of use cases this has. My immediate thought was Crystal Deluge. You can side Crystal Deluge, gain +1 special attack, and Synergy Sleep. But if we look at the Chirrup users, why is this? Why? So fandom, an emote, fandom. I'm disappointed. No, I cannot click on the right thing. Okay, so there's no mental types, first of all. It's a lot of Tems from, like, the first island, and then we get Shellant Monko. I'm kind of wondering, and I might try a Monko support build, which is kind of silly since they just removed a support trait, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Piranha doesn't want to use it because it's not a special attacker. Platymus doesn't have a lot of moves to support. Grandpa could, but it's hard to justify. Taifu now has a way to buff its own special attack, which is interesting, but it doesn't have... I mean, you could self-cheer up into Bark Shield into Gaia, so maybe there's some potential there with stall teams, but then you lose your coverage of Hypoxia or Dust Vortex, which really hurts. Scaravolt now has a way to raise a special attack further and get off Fire Tornado. I mean, I guess it's just raising a special attack further, so you can actually get some offensive value out of the Good Friends set. And also, since they took away Magma Cannon, it's nice to be able to have an option to get Fire Tornado off hold faster that's a little more viable. So, but I think the biggest user is going to be Shellant. Shellant's already got a whole bunch of support moves, but I think this one's there. The other thing I'm thinking is a Bruiser Shellant that self-cheer-ups turn 1 to get Inner Spirit off turn 2. I think that would nuke. But that's kind of my my thought. And then Hallucinations exhaust turns down to 1, which is fair. And then also it's just high, it does less damage, and also the exhaust turns are still removed here. So I think that's a really good change. I think it kind of sucks because it's worse on the Tems that it used to be on. Stuff like Auhi and what else even had hallucination before? I mean, it's no longer even an option on Amphitheater outside of the trapping mix. It was basically a mix, Nox, and Auhi. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Auhi's there. Yeah, I did used to run an Auhi mix Pocus core during the Roller meta, and that was a lot of fun. And it can still do that, it just does a little bit less damage now. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a good spot for it. It just does suck for the Tems that don't have stab. Why does Gulder get it? That's so stupid. Madness buff, special attack buff reduced to 3. So they're keeping the special defense and lowering the special attack. This really isn't a nerf to Nox. It is a nerf to Valash. I don't know. Yeah. Trample base damage has been increased. The biggest thing here is they're, once again, cheer up, but also there's no earth type cheer up users. So you can't get synergy trample. So like the best options I'm coming up with for cheer up, just it's coming up short. You got some slight nerfs to Vola here. This isn't super important. Only thing it does is anaerobic now only works, or it doesn't work for toxic spores, which, like, yeah, it helps, but then they're just going to go back to the Nox Bomb beef up set, which is still very strong. It already lost Rend, which was the whole, like, core point of that set. And then aerobic, does it even have any, like, support wind techniques? I don't think it does. Dispersion, this is actually just to make it so you can't, if you use turbo on Mudred, you're not hitting yourself. It's kind of funny. And Team Elusive got nerfed again, so the thought is we'd see less Volphy. I'm not sure, like, Ampere Outburst got reworked, so it's no longer a spread move for Volphy to ignore. So that doesn't hurt it. There's not a whole lot of Quicksand users right now, but it can't use Quicksand itself. What other, like, spread moves? Like, King's Roar is not popular. Flood. I don't know. I think back in 1.4.2, the game was different, and this change mattered more. I think the meta has changed, and that this actually is almost, like, inconsequential. But, you know, that's just how it is. I see y'all down here. Is the chat working? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Totally good with y'all lurking. I have still been liking this team, so I'm just gonna leave that as is for now, and we're gonna change like this one around. Kind of curious to see how Anatan works. Let me throw some of the other stuff on the team that I wanted to try. As usual, we'll just kind of flood the team with whatever I want to try, and then we'll determine what to do from there. I guess this is just the Zyzer set now. I really want to try both Monko and Shellant. It's kind of stacking weaknesses, but we're gonna give it a shot. So, Inner Spirit, cheer up. It's only 10 stam, which is really nice value. Soul Shout. And we need something else. Dimmok for priority. It's 130 damage now. You can honestly spam Dimmoks. Kind of goes against the special attack raises. Don't get a whole lot of value out of that, but that's okay. Do I not have Loomis Shellant? What? What egg moves am I missing? I know I have the thing. One of the other combos I was thinking of, so with the Shellant, I was considering pairing it with like a cage user. So you could swap in on turn 2 into something, and then prevent the target from, or the enemy from swapping out with the Inner Spirit sort of thing. But I don't know. Clash, hey, good to see ya. How you been? You tried the update yet? Got any thoughts on it? Here's the Shadow Light. Oh shoot. 6 speed, 6 attack, and do I have Lullaby? Is Lullaby an egg move on the thing? Is it just Unseen Blow? No, I don't have Lullaby. Dang it! Okay. Is Lullaby cheap? I don't think I have a whole lot of money to throw around nowadays. Okay. Well, Shadow Light's for another day then. Luma at least. Alright, we'll throw Monko on the team now and try it out. Is it in the for fun section for some reason? It is. Gonna give Unnoticed a try for sure. So the cheer up into Zen Med. That's the plan. And then you got Plasma Beam, which you get faster with Unnoticed. And then you just Soul Shout. That's the plan. Might have Lullaby. I mean, you don't have. I don't even know if I have enough feathers to get the thing maxed out. Anyways, I guess I definitely, I definitely do. I've been good. Just logged in to check the updates live. Haven't really been playing for the last 2 patches. No, I totally get that. Last patch was really good. Like the 1.8 patch was amazing, especially on release. It's kind of wearing off a little bit now. I think this is actually kind of a solid core because if these two defeat the earth types easy, I'm kind of water weak, so I need to cover the water weaknesses now. See Brocco, you run. I don't think Brocco's going to be that good. I should try it. I don't want to add a 3rd melee onto this team. I do need a Brock counter myself, though. Something that beats Brock is not weak to water. Actually, that's kind of limited. You don't? Oh, thanks for checking. Thanks for checking. Fire or water type Mastion. Yeah. See, I don't know. Maybe we just ignore the Brock. The Brock doesn't exist. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be experimenting with it. But I've already kind of like trapped myself with some nasty weaknesses here. Let's just see. I need a nature type now. Potentially Lawali. Didn't Lawali get some change something or other last patch? That's right, it got Chain Heal. We can run Lawali. I got 1 Digi. I haven't used Lawali in a while, so it's totally fair to give it some use. Definitely need an electric type to counter Digis and stuff. Initially, I was thinking Gazuma. I kind of do want a Spark user. If Gazuma had Cage, I'd probably throw it in immediately. But they actually took Cage away from it at some point. So the only electric type with Cage is actually Vulgan. So you know what? We're going to try Bulky Vulgan. And we're going to see if there's any potential for that. Or if it's just, like, not. We definitely want Super Conduct because we don't want to prevent our own stat changes with Cheer Up. Okay, so I think we're gonna go T-Strike, Ampere, still. Cage, and Sparks. Confined Tort. I don't want to have another melee weakness. I guess I could afford one, but these two are weak to melee, and Shalanth can't hit melee, so it's kind of an odd spot. I should add a water type of my own to the team. What kind of water type haven't I used in a while? I actually used Ukama recently. I haven't used Oshiara in a while. I could go the Fun Horse. High pressure water. I have 1 fire and then Vulgan. Casual reminder for Nature Quation Mimid Alert. Thank you. I'm just gonna kind of eat it if I run into that. I do have Lawali and Anatan, so it's not impossible, but it's definitely not pretty. I don't know. It's kind of. We'll go Refreshing Breeze for fun, and then we'll go like. Let's go Tsunami. It's fine. I've not used an OCR in who knows how long. It's just one of those temps that I never really use. Nature Weakness is a little not great. I think I should add a Toxic just for good measure. Even if it won't do much against Brock. Don't want it to be an Earth Week though, so that throws out quite a few. Pure Toxic. I don't want to go Guldur even though it got changed. Acronox. I didn't go Water Cannon. If I went to Kama and had a Water Cannon user, that would be fine. I've used so many Toxic types recently. There's not a whole lot I've kind of neglected. I guess I really haven't used Mashuk in a while, but it feels bad to use meta. Plus, I don't want another melee. I haven't used Garunder in a while, but... I could go like a solo toxic, like a PI Toxic Chromion for fun. I could go Garunder, but then I'm going to have pretty bad Earth Weak. I guess I cover my Earth Weakness good, so we'll go Garunder for you, bossy. It's going to be thick skin, though. I think I'm going to go Water Jet. Or, I mean, Wastewater. Beef up. Man, this thing gets completely walled by a Brock. We'll throw Paralyzing Poison as like Brock protection. Alright, we're just gonna throw some Scuff spreads. Head Charge. I don't think I have any other crystals, so we're gonna drop Head Charge and go for Mineral Hail on this set. Let's see. I think it's 71 stam for Zyzare. It's been so long. I actually run the thing like somewhat often. 32 plus 36 plus 16 minus 10. Okay, I lied. It's 74. 500 HP and the rest in attack. Am I getting use out of this TV? No, I do not. Alright, and then it has to run energy drink because of Narco. We're going to throw Sensei Robe on this guy. Do as much damage as he can. 10 plus 32 plus 10 plus 32 minus 15 is 69 stam. Totally reasonable to have a rotation like Cheer Up, Inner Spirit, Cheer Up, Inner Spirit. I'm not sure if that... It probably doesn't work for... Alright, we'll invest enough so that if I never click Cheer Up, I'm still okay stamina-wise. I don't think I'm going to play this team fast. I think I'm going to play it bulky. So I'm going to go max special attack because I want to do big damage, and then we're just going to throw the rest in HP. We're going to leave Monko at base speed, I think. Alright. 181. No, it's gotta be 186 is what it is. This is the... So if I get 1 on notice proc, then I'll be able to outspeed 232s. Not that I think that's a real common breakpoint right now, but it's fine. I'm gonna give the thing a decent amount of stamina because I think there's potential for it to stay on the board a lot. And then we're gonna max HP. We're gonna go 200 in special attack, rounding down, and throw the rest in special defense, so it's a little bit bulkier. Because like I said, this is gonna be support Monko. Why? Good question. Don't have an answer. It's gonna have stress shield, so then it's actually not half bad into digis. We're gonna go the bait on Lawali. Triple 28, that's like 74, right? Yeah, that's 74. I'll go 232 just so I have kind of like a decent cleaner. It's not high speed by any means. So Wally's just kind of a generalist here. Alright, then we got our support Vulgan. It's 68 stam. Gonna be 1 point faster than the Wally, so I can sparks in front of a plague in case I want to for some reason. We're gonna go 100. 100. A little bit in special attack. Something like that. What's a good support item? Like, I would normally run Diabolo on this. I'm kind of leaning towards double screen just to give it a little bit of extra bulk. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like my Oshiars to be fake beard. Still put 61 stam in them though. We'll go 232 here as well so we can sparks in front of that. Yeah, we'll do max special attack on the Oshiara. Take advantage of its monster special attack stat, unlike the Vulgan. And we'll throw the rest in HP, because... yeah. And then Garunder... 27, 27, 31. $75. Okay. Kind of sucks. Yeah, we'll go 400 HP, 100 defense. So we'll round up on it, and then good attack. Okay. Bait and energy drink are gone. Don't have enough physical attackers to justify a war drum. I have beef up, so I don't want to accidentally reset my stats with camo. We'll put first aid kit. Alright, we'll see how it goes. I predict not very well. Today's the only day I'm planning on playing Temtem for this patch. I'll I'll probably stop by a couple times just here and there. Like every 2 weeks, like I was hopefully planning to. But for the rest of the week, I'm going to plan on going back and getting some more coding done. Over the weekend, I made some really good progress on Mutant Grid. I implemented all the moves that are planning to be included in the prototype. And I bug fixed them all so that they're functional. I'm kind of narrowing down the things I have left to do. We're basically in the polishing stage. I do have to rework the AI, but that's fine. Last night I fixed stat boosts because stat boosts just weren't working at all. Like, I had implemented that they existed, but I hadn't added them into the damage formulas. So they never actually did anything. But they're working now. I don't like the way I had to do it, but they're working. Gotta pick the right team. Deloria. Okay, I don't really remember what this team is weak against. Kind of leaning towards just banning Auhi and then trying Shell Lance. Because Shell Lance is kind of like the OP lead I want to try. Alright, no Grunder this time, bossy. Sorry. Trying to think what lead options I have with Shell Lance, though. I really don't have a whole lot. Nesla. I think the play is to bring in Lawali to bait in the Tyrannac or the Nidrasil, and then we're gonna have Shell Lance to like insta-scale. It's late. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, thanks for tuning in for a bit. The bottle will definitely be up. Have a good night. I think I'm gonna knock out the Oshiara just because I don't deal with water well. I kind of want them to pick the Valash just so I can see how Valash, how it is in this meta. If this is an Intimidator Tyrannac, he'll block Bruiser, but it cannot block the hold removal of Cheer Up. And I think you can target Cheer Up on yourself, right? Like I feel like you definitely can. We'll bring both of these just because. I'm not familiar with this player. I'm trying to remember where you get that border from. Cause I almost feel like that was one of the like legacy borders, one you can't get anymore. But maybe they added it to the shop anyways. I'm not sure. I don't like either of these last two options, and they did not pick the Valash. I guess it makes sense. I got Shell Lance and other stuff. Oshiara is going to be the play here. Yeah, they're not in any club. Frightenings. Canceling out his own marbles. That's totally fine. I am going to Plague with Lawali, because quite honestly, I don't care if it dies. It is kind of nice against Turok. It doesn't do that much against Nid. Self, cheer up. Oh, he actually stayed in on the Nesla. I guess I should have checked. Yes, they are all level 100. I think Lawali lives. It should definitely live. Max attack Tyrannac with War Drum. That was really close. Alright, let's just see how much damage this does. 4 funsies. I mean, Cheer Up is really stam efficient. I think it's a good change. I think the Cheer Up change is good. It's gonna be hard to find exactly what optimizes it. I was trying to think of... That was Hydrologist Nesla. Probably, a Meteor Swarm. It's not even that much. 60% to a Tyrannac. I guess I didn't have the 15% boost from Sensei Robe. Oh, he used Sharp Leaf on me. So Gialis doesn't have a turn 1 good enough to kill me. Turok will probably die. Luwali has Hurricane up, so it'll actually be kind of useful against Nid, so I'm going to keep it alive. I don't know what move this dude's going to click now. We're going to bring in Anatan. We're going to Soul Shout the Tyrannac. I think it's going to live because I don't have... Really? Huh. Yep, Sensei Robe diff. That could have been really good for me if he died. I guess I should have broke the Gialis's bait if I was thinking. But as you can tell, I was not thinking. Anatan definitely lives a hook kick. But I'm running out of options to deal with Nidrasil. Just because I didn't play smart. It's a 0 H... or... a 0 speed Gialis, or like 2 speed Gialis, because we're the same speed. Is mirroring. Tsunami did 26%. 26%. Okay, I can kill it with a high pressure water. Or I can just swap in Serbs, which I think is the smart play. Something on his team dies here. He has to hit my Oshiara with something soon. Otherwise, I'm going to survive a Tink from the Nidrasil. Hey, Commander. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be streaming for a little bit, so enjoy your food and hope to see you soon. Ooh, damage. Alright, let's see what this Narco's got for us. I can't lose at this point. I would have to like rest constantly. He might actually just Sharp Leaf. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be an offensive Nidrasil. Tri-Phytologist, because it's a new player, and that's really appealing to new players. It always is. But it's not Slingshot. Oh yeah. 8.7% on the Nid. No, it is a Tri-Apothecary set. Nah. Nah. 35% on a Nid when you got rested. Well, what was Crema so afraid of for so long? Alright, I just swapped Lawali in so we can actually get a Lawali kill. Woohoo! GG. Do I have win rate? Nice, I do. It's kind of covered up by the little guys, but that's okay. We can put it up there so it's a little higher. Yeah, I mean the thing about the attack boost on Anatan is that Anatan, it's not that it's really like a close call Tem. It's usually one of those Tems that is either so good into the opposing team that it gets insta-banned, or it gets let through because they have 4 earths, or like 2 earths, a water, and a melee. So half their team is good against it. And then it ends up doing a whole lot of nothing. It helped it win neutral matchups faster. But usually Anatan's not like one of those speed Tems. It gets a lot of his damage from clicking heat up. And usually it's a 2-shot on neutrals with heat up. And it's usually pretty close, if not a 1-shot on most already after a heat up. Most 2x's with a heat up. Like, I think that Gialis would have died if I had heat up. Gialis' base HP is like either 83 or 86. I'm not sure what his base defense is, but that's, I mean, it's on the higher end of things. It's above average. So the amount of interactions where it actually matters is so few. It's a nice buff, but it's not going to be a whole lot of noticeable change. So this guy hasn't changed his team from before the patch. This guy, I hate running into this guy with my other team because it's so weak to toxic. He's got 2 toxics, and then it also doesn't like Monko. I've beat him like 2 or 3 times in a row now, though, just because Because I make risky plays and it pays off. And he plays very safe. As far as what I want to do with this team, I have no clue. There's no waters for me to ban. Bans a Zyzer, which means he wants to get value out of either the Raiken, the Grumper, or the... I am thinking that I want to ban Minotaur and pick Monko. Like, his whole team is actually very weak to Monko, and if he picks his own Monko, I have Straw Shield. I'll need a little bit of help, because I don't think a Plasma Beam with 200 special attack and unnoticed is going to kill his Monko. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Monko v Monko. So what is he going to pick to counter my Monko? It's got to be either Raiken. A very low chance, but it could be a Burglar Volphy. It could be a Grumper pick, because I'd have to attack the Monko, and then that would make me vulnerable to Grumper. I think either way, my best partner is going to be Oshiara here. Volorend is just kind of a neutral pick. He's not gaining anything on me here. If I don't know what trait the Volorend is, it's usually my second ban every time I face him. If it's aerobic, that would be really good for him and really bad for me. If it is not, then I don't know. It'll be kind of close. I do have a primarily special attacking team, and he banned one of my physical attackers, which now Zyzer doesn't get walled by Volorend because of Narco Hit. Like, it's relevant. It's definitely relevant. It's even though the damage isn't that high, it's the fact that it can lower defense means that when it does go off, it'll be bigger. Anatan, this is one of those games where Anatan's kind of dead weight that I was talking about, so I don't need to ban anything based around it. I'm just going to ban the Raiken so I don't have to worry about prideful stacks. I think Mashuk would have been a good ban as well. Definitely. But I didn't think about that. Definitely going to pick Vulgan. Vulgan's nice here. And then Lawali, because Lawali's good against all of these three. It can get some chip damage in on Mashuk. And it can finish off Monko if needed. If something crazy happens. We're going to try Shallant again. Just to try it. I think Shallant gets Zen Med too, right? So you could go this Monko set on the Shallant as well, that cheer up into Zen Med. But if you're doing that, normally you want to be doing it... I don't know. Yeah, so... This is a favorable lead for me. The question is, does he stay in? He doesn't want to swap in Mashuk or Grumper because they'll both take 2x. He'll probably swap in Valash. But the best thing he can do then is get a Nox Bomb onto my Oshiara, which I really don't care about much this matchup. Oshiara is only good against Monko and Grumper. And Grumper, it kind of just is mediocre against. He does retreat the Monko, knowing he'll lose. He does swap in the Valash. So no surprises there. Like I said, he's a very safe player from what I recall. We'll figure out what trait the Volarend is here. Nox Bomb. I should be able to live with Crystal Spikes on Oshiara because I am bulky. And we know now I am faster than the Volarend, which is important. You get an unnoticed proc, which is valuable. I'm gonna just cheer up the Monko and we're gonna go for Serbs. Because I'm so confident I can live this Valash. Swaps in Mashuk. He has to break my unnoticed here, otherwise it's going to be way too strong for me. But at the same time, he wants to kill Oshiara. Potentially a Toxic Plume play. Not all Volarends run Toxic Plume, and I think I live if he uses it. Okay. He does go for Nox Bomb again. I do have Sparks on the Vulgan. Gonna go for Sparks Plasma Beam. Well, a +2 special attack, so it'll be about the same as like a max special attack microwaves at this point. But we do get the burn. I resist both of Mashuk's stabs. And he has no swaps. That's great damage. Goes for turbo here. Dude, you gotta start dealing damage soon. There's the Toxic Plume, okay. So he does have it, breaking my unnoticed for at least that turn. He has to throw like a heli kick now. I forgot I had Cage, so now we're going to cage him in because neither of these two can do anything against me. Gonna cage Zenmed, and then we're gonna like double into the Volarend. I forget if Cage procs on notice, to be honest. He stays in and starts chipping down the Monko with Wastewaters. Really? And a Feathergat. Okay, fair enough. It's down to half now. But now the Vulgan does some damage. Vulgan will be able to knock out the Mashuk. I'm not sure if these two will be able to kill the Volarend or not. If they do, I think I'll be in great shape. If they don't, it's going to be kind of close. One more Feathergat plus the Toxic Tick. Monko will go down, but Vulgan's still got a lot of health. Oh, man, that is not a lot of damage. It's a very bulky Volarend. Volarend does not go down. Kind of want to swap Vulgan out to get it some stamina back. Double screen with a whole bunch of health. He brings in Monko. I am not sure what his play is here. I can one-shot his Monko with Vulgan, I think. Because even base special attack Vulgan +2 with a T-Strike should kill Monko here. If he doubles into Shellant with like a Nox Bomb, he'll knock himself out. But then Lawali can beat Valash and Grumper. If he swaps in something and attacks with Vulgan, I think I am going to go for the self-cheer up, because that's what this whole team is about. And we're going to T-Strike. Swaps out to Vulgan. Vulgan is the fastest thing on the board. So he double swaps here. So that would have been a great cage turn, but I would have OX'd, so I didn't want to do that. Ooh, man, that almost killed the Valash. I don't think my Shellant is faster than the Valash, nor am I really scared of it. It hasn't attacked me yet, so I don't know if it's physical or special. I'm assuming it's special. It's got fake beard and I think he's still living in the last meta. His best play is to swap Grumper for Monko here. I would not be surprised at all if he does that. I'm going to be in kind of a rough spot if he does. So there's a physical move on the Valash. He keeps the Grumper in though, so it's dead. +1 Bruiser, Sensei Robe, Inner Spirit. No way a Grumper's living that, even with insane amounts of bulk. Valash does get a Scavenger, which of course is not good, but it's not the end of the world. I can Dim Mak and kill this Vulgan. I just don't know if I'm going to be faster or not. Gonna go for Plague on the Valash to try and knock that out first. Dim Mak was a good play. It's a very squishy Valash, so I'm confident the Plague will take it out. And my Lawali will be faster than the Shellant. I just don't know the Vulgan speed tier. If it's base speed, 186 times 1.75. 325. So it means Lawali outspeeds, but Shellant doesn't. But he uses Toxic Plume, he gets greedy. He does not have speed on the Monko, but I do not have speed on my Shellant. I'm just gonna cheer up the Lawali, honestly. We're gonna Plague the Valash. We got ads coming soon, so sorry about that. Sharp stabs on the Lawali. Valash goes down. That is a 0 bulk Valash. Goes for harmful on the Shellants. And now Vulgan comes back in. GG. I'm a little sad the cage went so poorly. And then a double swap like right afterwards. But that's how it is sometimes. That does make us 2-0 though, so that is pretty cool. Did I get promoted? I thought I was Diamond 1 Division 3 right before this. Maybe that was last game. Alright, because the ads are soon, we're just going to wait for those to play out. So it'll be like 5 minutes before the next match. I don't know how long the queues are. They haven't been too bad. I kind of wasted the first half an hour of this stream doing the review and building the team. I'm a little surprised the unconventional stuff is working at all. I guess, you know, cheer up is a way that Platymus can get its own special attack, which it didn't have access to before. And Sharp Rain it could get turned to. Not that you really want to, because Aquatic Rowan's better. But, you know, like, that's a possible thing. Trying to think. Grandpa doesn't have a 2-hold move. Taifu's 2 holds are for stall. Piranhians, I mean, you could technically self-cheer up into Abyssal Maw, but you don't use special attack, so that helps you not at all. Literally not at all. No, well, the other ones... There's one other line that gets it. One other line. I'm gonna try and think here rather than actually looking back at the wiki. That'll be my goal. Until it doesn't exist. Actually, it might not exist. Oh, I was wrong. Scaravolt. Scaravolt's the other one. Okay, so much for that. Scaravolt. Scaravolt can do it itself. And get Fire Tornado. So there's a +1 Fire Tornado on a support threatening enough to justify doing that as a turn 1. I mean, sure, you could use Shelter turn 2 as well. Cheer up into Shelter. If you're running half full, you could, in 2 turns, you could end up +3 special attack, +5 defense, +5 special defense. But is that worth it? Maybe. It also takes 2 move slots away. You just have to run T-Strike and Fire Nado, but I don't think that's an issue. I'm gonna experiment a bit more with like a support Vulgan, but maybe after another game or 2, I'll try swapping it for Scaravolt. But then I can't run Scaravolt and Anatan on the same team. I could swap the Anatan for Scaravolt. We'll see. I always like when they rework a move. Like cheer up. This is what they did with Head Charge too. It's not even that they reworked it. You keep the same core idea and you just give it a little boost. Something to make it more interesting. Make it feel fresh. I've only got 6 levels left until I've finished the last battle pass. Because I think yeah, every other one is. They still never fixed this glitch here. It's so weird. After I'm done hunting Spreal, I'll probably get some Gazuma radars. I always forget that. I actually love Genki and Gazuma. I just don't. At least I love their design. I do not love their playstyle. Like, playstyle-wise, I love Obi so much more. And they both kind of have similar niches. I guess Gazuma's geared more towards a speed support. Because you have both ways to lower enemy speed and raise your own team's speed. Meanwhile, Obi's a lot more general of a support. Or it does have some speed change options, like it's got electromagnetism, Tesla Prison and stuff. But it also has stuff like Plasma Beam to lower damage, Data Corruption to lower special defense, Bush to provide evasion. Alright. Cosmo's got the better defensive typing by far, though. Deagle's... the Orpheal Believer is back. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact team he was running before the patch, too. I still don't know what this team is weak to enough. Naga's kind of scaring me. So's Momo. If I ban Naga, I could pick Shaolant. I'm afraid the Naga has like Straw Shield. He'll ban the Garender and then Lawali won't be able to kill it. Because the Lawali Plague doesn't kill a Naga. Okay. If I first pick Shaolant, what does he do? I don't have a whole lot against Mashuk. If it's Mashuk plus picking like Oshiara or Inky, that'll be kind of bad. Because then I can't pick Monko. But I guess it can't be Inky. It has to be Oshiara or Mashuk. But he forces the Orpheal instead. Knowing that I don't have any real wind type. I do have a fire type though, and he doesn't have an earth. I don't know if chains hit one-shots in Orpheal. Alright, bossy. Whenever you do get around to watching this, we're getting some Garender play. Kind of takes... It stops me from having, like, using any of the fun characters, but that's okay. Just this lead, I mean, because it forces me into Garender. Like, Garender is the best possible answer I have to this. Okay, it bans 2 of my slow Tems, so that makes Momo less important. I think I have to take out Inky though, just because it'll ruin Monko, Vulgan, and Oshiara. It's not and Garender. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, that was a forced ban. At that point, I didn't even realize how bad that was. Um... If I'm picking Vulgan for sure. If I don't pick Oshiara, he probably just picks Raiken. I think I have to pick Oshiara. I don't like Oshiara here, but Wally doesn't get a lot of value anywhere. I've only got one synergy for high pressure water, but I don't have a whole lot of speed anyways, so. Please no marbles. Okay. Mashuk is a very safe slot. A swap into any one of these two slots. I just don't know which one it's going to be. It makes sense to swap out Oshiara because Hurry Wart, when it comes back in, will give Serbs up. I'll probably lose 60% of my health if I stay in with Shaolant, though. I think that's an okay trade. I mean, with from the Orphil Nox Bomb. If I can kill Orphil with Soul Shout and Nox Bomb. Shoot, I picked Wastewater, didn't I? Oh, I don't know if that kills then. I don't think it does. Orphil actually has pretty good defense. He stays in! No! Oh, never mind. This is the speedy variant. I never remember which one he's got. Alright, so that frees up my own Oshiara, but he's got a free swap into Valash right now. And that's pretty much game. Because he just madness buffs in my face. I should have reset on this Monko, but then I have to drop something. I guess realistically you drop Zen Med. Oh, it's a physical Valash? Huh. I really did not remember that. Man, if I had max attack on this Garunder, that Oshiara would be dead. But alas, I do not. Still gotta be careful of the Valash sweep, though. If you get some scavenger procs. Garunder's low, Vulgan will die to a Crystal Bite and is slower. Monko can probably duel it, but I need some chip damage. We're gonna Paizo on the off chance that something. If I had Blizzard, this would have been a great turn to Blizzard the Mashuk slot, but I do not have Blizzard. Oh, interesting. Crystal Bite is down. This is a really good Monko board. I want to keep Oshiara around. It's kind of valuable here. I hate marbles. Marbles Mashuk, really? So I'm kind of baiting the Valash swap in the Mashuk attack Oshiara so that I get the unnoticed proc, but then I'm still not faster than anything on his team. Definitely the Shaolin sack play, though. It at least buys me a turn to figure out what's going on. Alright, we do get the unnoticed proc, so we'll be faster than base Momo if that's what he's got. If it's not base Momo, then rip. He now knows the speed tiering on my Monko that it's slower than his Mashuk. Well, I guess the unnoticed proc. Ayos, hey. Long time. Yeah, good to see ya. It has been a bit. What you been up to? $242, $254. Okay. T-Strike Soul Shout should kill the Momo. I lied, it does not kill the Momo. I was thinking if I survived, but I do not. I do not survive. No way, it lives on 1 health. Are you serious? Oh wait, what? Oh right, no, this is the special attack drop. Right. Playing League mostly is a terrible mistake. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of League lately too, just because it's one of the only games I can play with my friends. Or I can convince my friends to play. And there was one day I spent like 6 hours playing, and it was awful. Would not recommend. Shoot, it lived. That's so bad. No, he gets a scavenger proc. I do get unnoticed, but he's got the... Yeah, I'm sure his OCR is faster than me here. Even with 2 unnoticed procs, I don't know how to speed max Oshiara. Playing this game more often now, as you can play handheld. That's awesome. Have you beat the campaign yet? Good to see a 2 sub. Like the Pokemon battle music? Yeah, it's good background music, especially for just Temtem battling. I've only got like 1 playlist of music. I haven't updated it in forever. Okay, you know, that wasn't the play I was expecting, but it does make sense. Did more than 6 hours today, can confirm it to be awful. Oof. Guess we try in high pressure water. It doesn't even matter because his Momo actually outspeeds my Oshiara here. Darn. If I had more speed here, it would actually work pretty good. I also skipped out on just a little bit too much damage. If I had just any amount of damage on my Vulgan or my Monko, that win would have been mine. GG's. Actually, no, the Oshara survived that hit from the Garender, which also didn't quite have max. Just beat the second or third dojo after restarting. Casual? No, that's fair, that's fair. It's good to take the game in little bits and pieces. Hey, Eagles, good to see ya. Get the weird stuff out of here? Nah, that's what I live for. It's the... I only got... Today's the only day I'm playing this darn patch, so I gotta get all the jank out of my system. Man, this was an instant queue. Are you serious? Yeah, the Monko also has Zen Med. And it's like there's no speed hardly at all on the entire team. It's a Bruiser Shaolant meant to self cheer up into an Inner Spirit on turn 2 with +1 special attack, Bruiser Sensei Robe, and just nuke. Hiding from Monko's Prio move the whole game. I mean, if the Monko had some speed, yeah, you would have been in trouble. I didn't need the extra bulk on it that match. Watch out for the 2i. Yeah, no, I'm more afraid of that Babua. I did, you know, the whole like water cutting lily thing. Why doesn't this guy see this and just quit? Why was this an instant queue? It's level 20? Dang. Okay, good to know. Yo, it'd actually be really funny to queue up on a fake account and have like a fake story team. Like if Showdown still existed, or if I had a secondary account that nobody knew the name of it, and I just queue up with like all first island Thames. Like I'll have a Tental, a good old Tental, maybe like a Scunch, a Scaravel, just a whole bunch of Thames. You'd be like, yeah, you can have them by the first island, and then they're actually level 100, and I fight people and beat them. That would be hilarious. I don't have a secondary account, and Showdown's gone though. Like, imagine you run into, like, I don't know, whoever the top player is right now. System puts us all at the same TMR. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't put us all at the same TMR. I mean, the reset happened, and I haven't bothered to work my way back up to Legend. So I'm still... I guarantee that guy's... he's probably just in his placements. Like, the placements, it starts you at, like, gold elo, and, like, works your way down. Started you at gold. I played a decent amount last season, so I worked my way up to what is now diamond. But then I just haven't been playing, so I decayed. Just today, I think I got promoted to diamond 2. Yeah. It feels so bad to waste your queue time around a noob, though. Like, there should be a warning for if you do not have max level Thames. It's really not that hard to do. I already have a warning in my game for if you don't have a full party or don't have full levels. It's not hard. You're playing until a tournament? Yeah, I can't make it on Saturday. I'm meeting up with some friends I haven't seen in a while in real life, so I can't even watch. I might be able to catch the end of it. Hey, Sniper, good to see ya. We're not coding today. We're just chilling, playing some Temtem. This is the main game I play, or I should say, used to play. The player population's gone down a lot on it, but it's still a nice break from coding. It just had a little bit of a balance patch, so that's why we're checking it out. Plus, I worked for like over 12 hours on my game over the weekend, so I figured I could use a bit of a break. What are you up to? Anything fun? Another rest day, or are you getting back into things? Asked years ago for the warning and gave up on the concept of a new player. Yeah, that seems just insane to me. A game that gives up on its new players is asking for a dying population. Like, seriously. It's so weird to add Showdown, like a thing to introduce new players, and then they ditch the concept. Like, it seems like the whole idea of Showdown was meant to be used on the external client for it, but then even that had awful onboarding. Horrible. Coding a bit, mostly working on itch.io marketing. Gotcha. Well, what kind of marketing? Like marketing your game, or just... What, just your whole profile or something? I heard that itch.io actually got shut down like early this morning for a few hours because some crazy copyright stuff for domain issue with Funko somehow. I don't know. Pretty interesting. I feel bad though for all the people that like are in the middle of a game jam. Could have kept scrubbing it a bit, left a skeleton crew. Seems they're gonna go more towards single dev. Yeah, definitely. Not you've been listening since 1.6. 1.8 was really good. I'm kind of sad more people didn't come back because everyone was just sick of Crema by that point. And I mean, 1.8 is basically just it's basically the same patch we have now. I'm really surprised they barely touched Vola and Cowren didn't get hit at all. But you know, like Valash did, Hallucination did, so they're still listening. Vulgan got hit too. So I mean, this could very well be the best patch the game has ever had. That's what I considered 1.8 to be, and this is just a like very minor improvement on that. And yet we just will never know because there just aren't enough players. More views, mainly general profile, fair enough. Yeah, at some point or another I'll have to put together an itch page as well. Ready to close up, gotta bounce. Sounds good. Really appreciate you stopping in, saying hi. I gotta try and make it to more of your streams, but I'm always... I actually have so many people to stop into, and time is limited, but really appreciate you. Have a good rest of the night. Nice to see Balance coming in finally. Shame they couldn't get a Balance team training prior to 1.0. Yeah. We could go on and on about the mistakes, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas of Crema. Am I even in queue? Ugh, I swear that there's something that like unqueues you. What a waste. I don't know. I just didn't do it. I'm so out of practice because I just hardly play this game anymore. Oops. Having to move on to their next thing. But Swarm was a complete flop. Hold on. Let me look up. Temtem Swarm, according to game stats, made under 200K. I mean, it's still relatively new, but like the excitement is worn off. It's not like you see a whole lot of people talking about it. How much it even costs, though? I mean, that's fair. But I mean, if nothing else, I mean, I'm sure that they'd put some money into advertising. There's only 23 viewers on right now. Like, Temtem itself has more just because it's free. You need dopamine chess.com or PvP combat against iPad addicted 8-year-olds. I mean, kids don't even like PvP content. I'm actually really curious why kids like Fortnite. I feel like Fortnite is the type of game that is so boring. I don't like Fortnite because it's boring. Because all you do is look for loot, and then you have to go and walk to some other place for like 3 minutes straight just to get sniped out of nowhere and then restart the whole game from scratch. At least play COD. Yeah, at least. Advertising was so hit and miss. Instead, it was up to Humble. Oh, didn't you hear the news? Humble actually cut their game production. Like they completely shut down that side of their company. So Kreml lost their publisher, and it happened like 4 months ago. So it was right as they were starting to announce Swarm. So they've been doing everything themselves. Like, the wing. They cut their publishing wing. Yeah, I was just pulling it up. It's just like Cole's staff of publishing arm confirms layoffs amid restructuring, reportedly lays off all staff. Yeah. So that's a thing that happened too. So that kind of threw a rocket. Oh come. Oh wait, no, it is somebody who's actually got a team. I think they're happy being small. Yeah, I bet they are as well. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Let's see. Lots of things that kind of beat Shaolant, which isn't cool. Band Lawali, that's interesting. I feel like this might still be the team of a newer player. It might even be a story team if you look at it. There's not a single Tem from Arbory. There's the token Tortonite. 2 Tems from the first island. Could pick up a couple Tems in the last island. I'm gonna guess this is actually a story team. We're gonna ban the Osakai and then pick Anatan. Don't want to stay a small team, make small games. Temtem got bigger than they wanted to, and whole moves the company changed. I don't see, that's so silly. Why would you aim to make a small game? Like, I could understand making a game and not expecting it to get big, but I see no reason why you should completely give up as soon as your game does get big. A lot of teams that are seemingly created from archaic codes, Gravelbag, Turok. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I never advertised a lot of my codes real well. They were always in like the description of my videos, and that was about the only place you could find them. I don't see like the coherency of a team here though. You have some really slow Tems like Saku, Piranha, even Tort, and then you got other really fast ones like Hedge and Inky. This literally looks like somebody went through the story with this team and picked up all the Tems they thought that they were cool. They didn't give up, they just got bitter. Why would you get bitter when you have success? I just fail to understand. We'll pick up the Zyzar last, just so I want to try and get a narco that's actually viable. Like a huge Discord servers versus small ones. See, that doesn't make sense though, because if that was your reasoning, it's because you want a small community to interact with them because you care about them. I feel like they just I never really felt a lot of love from Crema. Well, everything's level 100. Maybe it's a real team. Too many people and something toxicity rises. Yeah, I don't know. They were really cool in alpha. I guess I never really interacted with them much in alpha. Okay, so it may not be an actual story team, but it sure is a story player's idea of a good team. Hey, Epic, good to see ya. Unfortunately, I'm actually not Brock Gaming because I have been Brock Gaming in 1.8 before it got the change, and I actually don't like the change. I think it's really mediocre. EA happened and started getting pushback for things. Nice! We one-shot a Piranha. That's what I wanted the Shell Ant to do. I wonder what that thing's stat spread was. I should have clicked heat up just because. Is this still the Waddle play so I can one-shot it with Mineral Hail now? Well, actually, they're probably using the recommended showdown spreads. What trade should Brock have gotten instead? It's like 100 HP or flawed SVs. I don't know about that. We can calc it. This battle's going slow enough. So, I think Brock should have got an offensive trait. Honestly, I think if Brock got Jack of all trades, that would be really interesting. Like, imagine if Brock got old Jack of all trades. $157. Oh, you already calced it. That's. I'm not even watching. I was trying to calc it too. That's pretty bad then. Maybe it just didn't have TVs then. Old Joe would be terrifying on it. At least it doesn't have prio for it. Yeah, but I mean, it's a Tem with like 6 weaknesses. And the only reason Brock is even scary is because it basically walls like half of all Tems in the entire game because of its trait camouflage. That is the only reason. they turned it into a mixed attacker, and they're trying to make it a stall tem, so it can use either attack, but they're not. They don't have anything. I was like, yeah, this guy didn't put any TVs on his tems. I don't know, it's just like they're making the game less flexible and throwing tems into specific holes. Full random TVs from story. Yeah, I guess I didn't consider that this could be a... It could still be a story team. It could just be a I leveled up my story team to level 100 team. Because if you divide like 500 by a split of 6 stats, you get like 80 or something. That felt kind of bulky. Did I pick up Garunder? No, I didn't. Oh, I got Monko though. This would be a time I wish I had Plasma Beam or Harmful Microwaves. I'd even have Synergy. I don't know, but yeah, I think that Broccolem should have got an offensive trait to balance out the 2 playstyles that it could potentially have instead of holding it into one. Oh yeah, proxy kit. Oh, they know where the FF button is. GG, I guess. I guess I count that one as a win because I don't know. Strong liver. Oh yeah, I guess if you run Tuckma Mask, I didn't think about that. But then you're forcing your trait and your your gear. So then you're guaranteed to have like stamina problems. I guess you got Gaia you could probably calc for. I don't know. I still think the thing sucks. And I don't think this... I still feel like you would run camouflage all the time. One of the biggest things that I was afraid of when I face stall Broccolem wasn't the fact that I couldn't hit it 2x. It was the fact that I would hit it with a physical move, and then I couldn't hit it the second turn. And then it would Bark Shield on the third. And then even if I do hit it with a physical move, I'm not doing any damage to it. But if I can hit it for those 2 turns and Bark Shield and not be completely wasting one of those hits to break an evasion, that's totally worth it for me. Maybe with Revit now it's more of an issue. But then if you're running Revit, Gaia, Uppercut, Frond Whip or something. Oh no, you'd need Bark Shield. So you'd probably run Uppercut as your only attacking move, and then Bark Shield's Gaia and Revit. But then at that point, you're not offensively scaling at all, and you'd rather just run Cernif. Cernif only has 2 weaknesses. Hey Marco, good to see you. Glad you can make it. How's it going? Yeah, like Brock does not gain a niche with this new trait. I think you would have more success just running Camouflage Brock with Tuckma Mask. Because if you're running a halfway as bulky Brock, and you eat a Toxic Ink from like a Nid or a Calibus, you're only going to lose like 30% of your health. Maybe 40%. After a Bark Shield that halves, and then you can revid up, but you're still getting that evasion every time you get hit with it. It's not like your opponents are going to knowingly hit you with a toxic move when you have strong liver. It does turn it into a little bit of a guessing game, for at least the first time you get hit, which is more annoying. Other natures that can sit on Toxic Totems, I guess Hazrat, Adoro, Cycrox, and maybe Vola can still beat it. Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. And I mean, I mean, also, like, it can still sit in front of physical toxics that aren't named Hazrat right now. Maybe not Vola, and probably not Hazrat. So I mean, it wins like what, a Gul'dan matchup. It wins the Nox matchup. It already wins the Tortonite matchup. Let's see, what are some others? Acronox. It goes pretty even with Acronox. If you have Tuckma Mask, like you're saying already, even with Camouflage, you still beat Acronox. Who else is there? Garunder. Garunder's like the one matchup that turns from losing to winning. A Garunder will never win against a strong liver Broccolem, but it will win against... I'm getting strong story vibes from this team too. I'm getting strong story vibes. Yeah, Grunder's like the one matchup where it's relevant. And Nox. Grunder and Nox. I don't even consider Gul'dan. So you're basically you're trading a lot of other winning matchups to win two specific matchups. Excuse you, it's relevant in the Orpheum matchup. Sorry, it is relevant in the Orpheum matchup. It's not in the Nidrasil though, because if you're running Tuckma Mask on Camouflage, then you're already... It's basically the same thing. It turns from a winning matchup to an unbeatable matchup. Okay, is this guy just AFK too on top of it? You hit a max tri-attack Tri-Phytologist Nid the other day. I mean, Nid's got good base defense. But if you have 0 HP invests, it could still probably do like 60%. Oh, I guess if you're saying if bringing that against a Broccolem, yeah, if you're running the crazy offensive Nid, it's still... But then you're probably running Narco Hit. And Narco Hit still beats Brock. And it would be much better if you had Camouflage. Like, the thing, Camouflage is just too high of value that Strong Liver is just bait. Plain and simple. Like, dude's AFK, like, get out of here. Worst part is because he's got a team that, like, if he comes back, could be problematic. If it's actually level 100, I can't just, like, spam through it. I gotta put some amount of thought. No, maybe somebody will prove me wrong. Maybe Strong Liver Broccolem will be crazy good somewhere. But honestly, I think Tuckma Mask is higher value than Strong Liver is. And you would have more success with with Tuckma Mask Camouflage Broccolem than you will ever have with Strong Liver Broccolem. And until somebody does something crazy, that's just going to be where I sit. Even in a matchup like Guldur, like a Punchbag Guldur probably still beats a Broccolem. Unless it's like full stall with Bark Shield and Reave It, just because of beef up plus harmful lick. Strong Liver's there for side hitting. That is the one thing I consider, that it's some like meme pick for like Toxin Shower. But then I was going through like what Tems have Toxin Shower. You have Platymus, which is hardly a Tem anymore. I still think the thing's garbage now. Hazrat, which is a physical attacker and won't heal very much. And I don't even remember who else gets it. Like, genuinely, who else gets Toxin Shower? Somebody want to remind me? It's been too long. Oh, Acronox, thank you. And Acronox, which has like 20 moves syndrome and doesn't even want to run it. It is a story team, man. Where's Lore Weaver? He'll be happy at that desk slam. I didn't pay attention until after I locked my moves in. Plat feels like Momo without the punch now. No, yeah, they need to make Toxify do way more damage. Like, it should be at least a 25% boost. I'd argue for 30%. 30% plus Shreen's Horn actually makes Platox like a reasonable threat. But then, because we already have so many aggressive waters, like we already have Oshiara, Ukama, all that is just Ukama with Earth 1x flavor. Or a Nature 1x flavor. That is the only thing. I'm not gonna have because I need to like this kid's probably like, I can win by making people rage quit by not playing, even though my team's not level 100. Because I bet some people did quit just not wanting to sit through this. Nah, I'm not gonna give him a win. Platymus was back to like 3 years ago. Yeah, that would have been before Rotten Goo came out. So that sounds right. Except Aquatic Whirlwind is weaker now. Yeah, the cheer up was an accident. I was thinking it was going to be a level 100 Mastion, and I just wanted to see if the cheer up plus Inner Spirit would kill a Mastion, but it's not even level 100, so it guaranteed does. I'm not even going to be able to one-shot the Skunch, I don't think. And it's going to send the Skunch in next. If it sent in something else, I could probably kill it with Paizo. For fun, we'll see how much the Inner Spirit does to the Skunch, I guess. You do have Goo at least. Oh, right. Now you have Goo and you don't have Aquatic Whirlwind. Or Aqua Bullet Hell. That's right. Alright, anyone want to guess on how much damage this is going to do to the Skunch? I'll guess like 80%. Throw your guesses in the chat now. You got till this guy's timer runs out. I am +1 Bruiser, max special attack, Sensei Robe. Bubbles buff. I mean, if they buffed bubbles up to like sharp leaf range, there could be a consideration. Oh, I lose 65%. That's weird. I was not expecting the Mastion to live. I mean, I'm pretty close to max attack on Garunder. They did buff bubbles. Yeah, I know. They thought that buffing it from like 24 damage to 32 would make it relevant. I don't know what it was. I don't know bubbles. But it was so pitiful. It was like 6 or 8 damage. Precedence is there. My guess is TM trainer tried it and said it was okay. Don't think we ever had a move in that range be relevant. I mean, they had to have been thinking like Sharp Leaf plus Slingshot. Remember they nerfed P-Jab's damage. Hold on. They did actually do that once before. They nerfed P-Jab damage down from 30 to 25 because they were afraid that if it was 30 damage instead of 25, that Slingshot P-Jab would be relevant. You made the meme? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a meme. All I remember is just 27 to 36 for bubbles. I was close. I'm gonna start the ads now because we gotta wait for some after this. Oh, bad timing, someone. I'm just about to do some ads. I'll let you know once it ends, though. See you later, kiddo. Alright, I've heard when I do that, it actually doesn't give everyone ads. I'm gonna just take a real quick water break, though. I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, hey, that's a Luma. Oop. How dare you beat up on my Pookie? It's thinking of caffeinated, right? It's camaraderie and caffeinated. Alright, welcome back everyone. I ran into a Luma. So I'm just gonna catch that quick. But what do I think of the patch? So I think that this patch probably could be like the state of PvP overall could probably be the best it's ever been, just because last patch it was great, and this patch is just like a slight improvement on that. It's because it took down. It's actually pretty solid stats. It nerfs Valash. Gives Saku and Brock a little bit of something to work with. But the game's really kind of lost its life. Played like 4 matches today, and half of them are story players. It's like every other match is against a story player. I'm glad new players are still trying out the game, but it's super sad that all the players that we used to play against are gone. So I feel like I can't have a good match right now. I'm sure all the players who are new are kind of enjoying playing against others of their own skill level. But it honestly feels kind of like a waste of time right now. Probably only going to play 1 or 2 more matches, and then I'm going to call it for the night. We'll see what the tournament on Saturday does to the population of the game. If it brings back some long-lasting players thinking like, oh, this patch is pretty good, maybe I'll stick around and play a few matches, and I'll probably play a bit more. Otherwise, I'll probably just keep it to like once a month that I'll bother playing. It's pretty disappointing right now. Due to the PS5 free month. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that, but it's still really sad. It's like, it's great for the new players. It is not good for the existing players. Because even when I face somebody who puts together a team on Showdown, they don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure one of the guys didn't even have TVs on his Tems. Where's Genki at? There he is. Maybe I should get an Umber Genki? No, I love the Mint Moth. Doesn't be a ton of story players. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I feel like the game could be good, but it's like I'm running a jank team, and it's just not even. I don't know. I used to play an epic. Good luck, have fun. Sounds like a pass you can finally climb. Well, it doesn't help that everyone's giving you 7 TMR because they're all in placements, or they're in bronze. One or the other. Take your pick. Jay, good to see you, Welsh. You planning on playing in the tournament on Saturday? And how about you, someone? Are you playing in the tournament? Monko ban. Double mental, so Shellant's not free. That's probably why Monko got banned. Double earth and a water and a melee makes it hard to play. Anatan, this is kind of like one of those matchups I was saying. Anatan just isn't that great. Kind of want to be taking out the earths here. Probably was looking at teams earlier. Nice. Might have Temtem updates. A lot of rest to shake off. Totally fair. Totally fair. Is the Grumper running Mud Shower? That is the question. Alright. get another Grunder game. I still don't really like Grunder, if I'm being honest, but yeah, sorry, Bossy. Grunder's never been my playstyle as all. Its design is cool. Nothing too exciting. Probably just sticking with the duck. Yeah, no, I get that. I actually have been liking the Ruminant Minotaur team still. I just figured I'd try some of the new patch stuff so I could actually have a word on it. I still, like, I'm not using the Brock. Because Camouflage is just undoubtedly better to me. Undoubtedly. Grunder's typing is just crazy good. It is, but it also just gets completely walled by 2 types. I'm gonna knock out the Adoro, because Adoro walls Shellant, Oshiara, and because Lawali isn't a wind anymore, it pretty much walls the Lawali as well. And my Vulgan is like full support build. Yeah, Anatan would have been nice. Yeah, actually, not really. I don't think I would have played Anatan regardless. I guess I didn't think about how badly Amphitheater screws my team. That was an oversight for sure. Strong Liver seems super nice too. I just got done with my rant saying how useless it is. It wins you like 3 extra matchups. You win like 3 matchups with Strong Liver, and you win like 10 times more by having Camouflage. If Strong Liver removed Toxic Ticks on its own, so you didn't have to run Tukma Mask with it, I think it would change things. But Camouflage with Tukma Mask does everything that Strong Liver with Tukma Mask wants to do, but better. Still can't run Kaleido Gary as easily as you could. Because Tyra still exists? Or what? Oh, this sucks. I did bring the Wally, right? Protector, interesting. Yeah, I do have the Wally. Stayed in. Interesting. And attacking the Grunder. Would not have been my guess. It did a bit too much damage for me to be able to take. I should be able to take out the Kinu here, though. Kind of close, but it does go down. You didn't get ticks with Strong Liver? No, you do get ticks. You can run other items. If you run other items, then you still lose the Toxic matchup. No good one Earth move. Oh, that's right. That's right. No, no worry. That you had to read the fine print for that one. They say so specifically in the patch notes that they wanted to give Brock a trait that didn't remove ticks. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Lawali probably dies to a heli kick. Sea spikes. There's no mental anymore for Sea Deluge. Turbine sea spikes in the Shelllant. Shelllant can take a sea spikes. It's a bulky Shelllant variant. I think. 2 health. Oh, that is painful. Yeah, no, not even close, not even close. For sure. True damage on the amphitheater, I'll take it, I'll take it. Actually, I'm not sure I'm gonna get it. Okay, nice. Yeah, I guess base speed Shelllant with Prio outspeeds Alhi. Best case scenario is Alhi actually lives here. That's so bad for him. I have a free allergic spread wastewater. This will break the evasion if the amphitheater tries to do it. It'll break Plethoric, it'll kill Xenarith, and it kills Alhi. Oh, that's so rough. Worst part is I'm actually max special attack Lawali, so there's no way I could have done any more damage to Alhi. That's funny. So I live on 2 health and he lives on 2 health, but him living on 2 health is just so much worse. That's going to cost... Both of those things needed to happen for me to win this game, I think. It could have been interesting still if... And then a 1 health! What is this game? Could have been interesting if the Alhi did die. Because I still would have been able to kill Xenarith and Whiplamp would have been in danger range. I don't know what trait the amphitheater is, and I really don't want to find out. If this was a Valash, I'd still be having some trouble. Or if the Xenarith was a Valash, because then it would have Scavenger and it would heal a whole bunch. Ooh, squishy Whiplamp. That thing still dies to a Straw Shield. Or T-Strike through Straw Shield. Gotta go. Sounds good, Sniper. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good rest of the night. Funny thing is, the Grunders that with Paizo is actually going to outspeed the Vulgan here. Like, in the olden days, that wouldn't be surprising, but now the Vulgan's got a whole bunch of speed. Actually, no, I did have 233 on the Vulgan. Just because. Makes it still chunky, yeah. No, the self knockout. GG. You ever say who won the outfit contest? I believe so. I think they got around to it eventually. Just wasn't. I don't think there were a whole lot of people. Oh, the one to get. No, I don't know. Shao Living was so bad. I know, and then the Alhi Living was even worse. Like, you could not have had a worse combo of surviving. Me winning that game was down to pure luck. Left out a few of those HP TVs. Always makes you wonder. Need them for other stuff. Not those two. Alright. Give me a blue moth like right away. I just realized I have the wrong team for this. That's fine. They're low enough level that Adoro can take them out. Anyways. It's a faster animation for now. Exhausted Helikiko X was gonna come up again. Should have clicked Oshidashi. That would have given you enough OX to die. Yeah, for all the things I've actually specifically calced for in my time, very few of them have ever actually come into play. KO Lawali at that point instead of Shao? Probably. Lawali not having like any weaknesses is so important against a team like that. Put wastewater on 27 stands. No longer matches turbo for tireless. I'm glad to see it because Mashuk would still be like a top tier pick if it was like that. Now there's at least a little bit of a trade-off. And you actually want to run some amount of stam. Cut back down. Oh, you're gonna go with still low stamina? I guess it could. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Crystal, good to see you. How's it going? Today is just kind of a rest day. Taking a break from code. Temtem had a new patch, so we're trying it out. Population's super low, though. Every other match we're running up against a story player without even max level stuff. Covers for a lot. Yeah, I suppose that helps you even save some HP TVs. Enjoy it either way. Sounds good. You up to anything, or just kind of chilling for the rest of the night? What's an HP TV? Really? You run none. Interesting. How's the new patch? Anything way different? So the game's pretty much in like maintenance mode now, so the balance patches are just nerfing a couple major issues and maybe a couple small things here and there. They're very small patches compared to what they used to be. They reworked one move, which is kind of the theme of the team I'm doing now, or at least that was the goal. It's not really, I'm not getting a whole lot of use out of it, but I'm trying. It's called cheer up. That's why I said like that's why it's in the title cheering up. I'm not actually having a bad day. That's just like it's supposed to be the move. It just sounds worse. Rebuild the team, not calibrated yet. Too many patches. Yeah, I totally get that. How's the game coming along? Awesome. It is going so well. I am still probably planning on a prototype by the end of the month. Oh, we're up against YBL. I'm glad to see he's still playing. Maybe he's just tuning in for the patch too. Oh, the Wally goes down. 2 mentals, so Shaolant's not free. Monko's got a lot of weaknesses. Naga Volcrane Rip. Yeah, one of them's got to have... Only one of them can have Straw Shield. But yeah, I implemented all the attacks over the weekend. So now... And I bug fixed them all too, so... The attacks are all working now. And I fixed stat buffs last night, so that's working. So now I gotta rework the AI because it's all messed up. I just don't know what to do. We're gonna ban Naga. What game? The one I'm making. I'm developing one. It's called Mutant Grid. Still pretty early on, but I'm aiming for a prototype by the end of the month. How's it going, Blastoise? It's been a while. What you been up to? Let's see, Vulgan's not super great here because of the... I guess I can go like Shaolant Vulgan, that's okay. Just hanging out, fair enough. Yeah, if the game interests you, it's going to be kind of like a mix of like chess and Pokemon. Got some, it's similar to like Final Fantasy Tactics in some ways. Heavy inspiration from some niche game called Enchanted Arms, if you'd happen to be familiar with it. Banning the 2-Vine because if I lose Monko, I think it would be tough to deal with. Always good to take a relax day, for sure. Alright, I kind of want to pick Monko here, but I think I want to pick Monko last, see if he picks Shaolant. I'm gonna grab Zyzer. Kind of leaning towards Anatan as well. We haven't played Anatan much today, so we'll pick it up. If this was a real Monko, I think it would be really nice. But alas, it is not. It is a fake Monko. Now, because of the Vulgan's like really low special attack stat, I don't know what happens on turn 1 here. I could call that it's going to be a swap to Shaolant. And then Sparks cheer up, and then Sparks again and try and one-shot the Gallios with a +3 Inner Spirit. I think that sounds kind of fun. No, he stayed in. Why? It's a Vulgan! Oh, it's Flood. Is this Flood Jinx Whisper? It is. That makes sense then. Do I do the second Sparks, or do I just kill the Oshiara now? Or do I just T-Strike? I think I need to kill Oshiara. Because Oshiara ruins Zyzer, Anatan, and Monko. There, we get the cage value. Beta Burst doesn't do that much damage. It's a squishy value. Gallios. Wow, we one-shot it! Let's go! I didn't think that would kill, to be honest. +2 special attack. Sensei Robe Bruiser Shaolant. That alone makes this whole stream worth it. This whole team. I was expecting a Denigrate. I thought it was going to be like a debuff Gallios sort of thing. Why am I saying Valios? It's just twice now. Valley. Is that from something else? I don't think so. One of the new arcane characters or something? Galliar, Valios. Oh, is that what I'd said the first time? Yeah, no, I'm just losing it. I'm losing my Temtem touch, guys. It's not one of the names of the Mutant Grid characters either. Kind of want to Sparks the Gallios just to make it lose its buff. Oh, Koish is still faster than me, dang. I live though. Bye bye, Doom. So the Gallios actually has some speed invest on it. That's kind of funny. Losing Shaolant kind of sucks. But I still have Monko in the back, so I'm fine with that for sure. I am energy drink Zyzer because of narco hits, so I'm not afraid of a Hypno from the Koish. I can get a free Stone Ball on the Gallios. Because Gallios wants to swap now, can get his trait back. Naga Issei. Oof. Do people actually say that? Funny how buff the enemy times shove Doom off is a viable play. It do be funny. He's trying to force me into a situation where I have to either bring in Monko I'm not gonna take the bait. Oh no, Rainbow Guard? Who runs that move? And that pushes off the burn too. Wait, that doesn't do any damage. That's so funny. I love it. I can't even cage him in or anything now. I was really expecting him to double into the slot, knowing I can swap into Monko. Since when Arena buff both Tems? Since the last patch. Hey, Bad Farm, good to see you. Since when? I thought they were done with them. Yeah, they're done with content patches. This was a balanced patch. Man, that turn completely screwed me. Balance patch is still ongoing. Yeah, Narkid seems funny. I think it is. I think it's actually pretty decent. Just not in this case. Oh, interesting. So it's not Inner Spirit Shaolan, so it must have a lot of support moves. Thought that was also done with content. Nah. So I could have stayed in and dealt some more damage. So the really cool thing is now I actually have Mineral Hail up. I can't cage him in, though. I really want to, because I don't want that Vulcan coming in. But there's nothing I can do. Wait, what? I just clicked my moves too quick, but was Mineral Hail not off hold? My brain was like, oh, Mineral Hail's not on hold. Click Crystal Bite instead. I swapped Anatan in, and it should have lowered a hold. Because of Ampere. Is that now how that works? I don't know. No, I've been coding so much, my brain's like code-wise thinking. No, I guessed wrong. I thought he was gonna save the Shell Lance, but he's not. That sucks. Whatever. Add it to the list. Yeah. Stuck in the victory screen every match. The bugs never end. He's probably figured out by now that my Vulgan set is awful. Oh, he did get the self knockout, darn. Oh, but he used the stone ball? Dang, I was really hoping he would kill the Anatan there. So I would be able to get unnoticed proc, and then the Vulcan would be trapped in, and I could use something fun on it. It's just Soul Shout or something. What is this team, though? That Stone Ball. It seems like it's a... First of all, who runs Stone Ball on Vulcan? Naga enjoyers? Oh, that's true. I forgot about the Naga on the team. Unnoticed Monko seems kind of spicy. I think there's potential in it. This is a full support Monko, though. It's got an awful moveset. That doesn't kill. Ice Cubes would, though. Did he see that I'm Straw Shield? Does that give me unnoticed still? Or not? Because I didn't take damage. No, it still counts. But now I'll get unnoticed if he doesn't kill me here. I should have attacked. Why did I not attack? I guess it didn't matter. Stupid Hypno Koish I can't do anything about. It's just ruining me. They gave Broccolem strong liver. They did. I don't think it's that great. Everyone else seems to think there's a lot of potential there, though. It's another Rainbow Guard coming in, because otherwise I could cage the Vulcan in. Or maybe it'll be a swap and a Rainbow Guard. That covers both, and I can't do anything about it. Ah, shoot. I needed to click Stone Ball instead of doing the greedy Rockfall. I really thought he'd swap the Vulcan, but I guess he needed the evasion back up, huh? Yeah, if I killed Vulcan there, I would have won because Gallios would have had no way of winning. Oh wait, I didn't even see the Koish lived, bruh. I am not a fast Zyzer, so this has to be a really slow Vulcan for me to outspeed. I think it's a fun change. I mean, that's fair. It makes sense. They have Brock Orc immunity and such. Vulgan actually lived. I'm impressed. Oh, yeah, he couldn't even get evasion. That's funny. I do think I could have won this game easily, though, if I just stoneballed the stupid Vulcan there. I really was not thinking. Vulcan's not even doing anything. No, the +1 special attack! It helped him! Ah, that was a fun game. So there was Stone Trench, Stone Ball, Hook, and... I'm not sure if that was Fiery Ballad or if it was Meteorite or not. Hit by a supernova and dies. Screw Hook. Oh, it's just a +2 attack. It happens to deal damage, that's all. I see a Crystal Chromion. Stone Trench Rockfall. Nah. If anything, I'd run both Fiery Ballad and Meteorite. So you actually have multiple fire moves. Then I guess you only have one earth move. I don't know. I'm just kind of sad I threw that game. Killing the Oshiara was totally worth it, though. So I need to pick something. I need like a water type. Yeah. Water type to threaten out the Auhi and the Crystal Chromion, so I can pick Shell Ant first, and then just cheer up. This will probably be the last game, just fair warning. We'll ban the Auhi. Haven't been seeing many tokens. Yeah, it's definitely not used as much as it used to be. Having Straw Shield on Monko is really nice for dealing with other Monkos and other just Digis in general. Lawali will be nice for a lot of the team. And we're just going to go Garunder as the last slot. Unfortunately, Anatan has not been putting in work today. Like I said, the buff is really inconsequential. It doesn't really help it win unwinnable matchups, and it's not going to... It's nice, but Anatan is not any more or less viable than it was before. That's not an Autonomy Gario. Oh no, it is. That was just a really weird turn order of everything. They buffed some Chromions. Yeah, it's really weird. They gave Crystal Chromion Crystal Dust at the same time that they buffed Crystal... Oh, he actually went for the Shell Ant. Interesting. And Cold Geyser. He's not ready for this. He's not ready for this. Crystal Torrent. Yes, they buff Crystal Torrent to be high prio, so there's no reason to run Crystal Dust. It lived! No! Why does it live? What are you feeding that Nid? Is that 500 HP? 500 special or 500 special defense? That was -2 special defense. I'm +1 special attack. Max, like we saw this just one shot in Oshiara. This Nid was also -1 special or -2 special defense. Crazy. When you really hate him. Yeah, no, I still just think that's really bad. And you wouldn't want to run that, like, ever. Stu does not have any good swaps. Nothing wrong with a cheap option. I know, but it's just like it just kind of falls short of like a typical buff. It doesn't push. I don't know. I guess there's really no existing move that you could give Crystal Chromion to make it viable. It does have heater on the token. So I did 16%. Okay. Another Plague will finish off the token. Or Allergic Spread if I really want to challenge it. I don't think I can risk it. Probably not entire move slot good. Yeah, I mean, makes sense to give it as like a level up move, but that's about all the value it's ever gonna get. I need to take one of these two out so that I can bring in my Bring in my Monko. I think I'd rather take out the Crystal Chromion if at all possible. Whoa. Oh, Sinner Typer. I was like, what? Oh, actually, that's huge first aid kit value. And he's not even going unnoticed Monko. If he was, though, it'd be kind of annoying for me. Level 96. See, that's just silly. This guy must be real confident that his Monko's gonna outspeed mine. Too bad that bait didn't proc earlier. Oh shoot, he's gonna try and kill the Lawali. So that he can end up in a 1v1 situation with Monko Gario. I didn't think about that play. I can live one more soul shot, so he's got a rockfall here. But I can live a rockfall plus a cold geyser, so I would, as long as this plasma beam kills, which it should, even though I have very little special attack invest on the Monko. No, he still went for the Monko. Okay, never mind. That probably still would have one-shot. Good job. Butterflies like to eat salamanders. Nom 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 nom. The destined 1v1 Lawali versus Gario. Yeah, that's awful. It's like all Lawali players play for an end game where Gario's the last one, because no person wants to leave their Gario in front of a Lawali. Especially since allergic spread is like one of the main moves you normally run on your Lawali now. Alright, well, that's all I'm gonna do tonight. The patch, it seems good. There's some fun little changes in it. Like I said, I just think it's too late in the game's life for us to be having a good patch like this. And I feel like even though the patch is good, that it's just not going to be appreciated well enough. Hopefully we see a good match at the tournament on Saturday. Anyone interested should go and check out East underscore, like, I think it's underscore 25 on Twitch on Saturday. He'll post it on the Archipelago Arena, and it's probably, I believe it's in the main Discord, main Temtem Discord, and community events. So definitely check out that. That'll be your go-to competitive content for the rest of the patch. I'll play here and there, but it's definitely not going to be often. Maybe once all the PlayStation players learn how to play the game a little bit better, it'll be fun. Alright, so when I'm playing a game, I like to raid people who are also playing games. So this is some guy who's coding. He's playing a game right now. He splits a stream. He codes the first half, plays games the second half. He's playing Satisfactory. He's trying to do like a whole, it's like instead of a VTuber, he's got like a whole, his entire stream setup is like a whole interactive video game. I forget what it's called. It's kind of interesting. He's working on it though, so it's not quite there yet. But we're just gonna head out there, like 'cause I like to raid. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Glad to see y'all still around, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.